What's good, guys? This is a last minute live stream for anyone who has any questions. So, sorry. So if you guys have any questions below, just ask me and I'll try my best to help you. So, before if you want to get any questions in, let's get into the injury report or the inactives for this week. Deontay Johnson is suspended, never going to play him anyway. And now we just know that Zay Flowers is still going to be a wide receiver 2. Raheem Blackshear, who is the backup to Chuba Hubbard, is if he can suit up, he will be backing up Chuba Hubbard, which might take a bit of his usage. David Njoku is not playing, and Jordan Atkins is the starter. Cedric Tillman has been cleared, so Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore will go down. Evan Ingram has ended his season. He is out for the season. Brian Thomas Jr. might go a bit up, but really it's a horrible offense. Harrison Butker is off of IR, and Matthew Wright was waived. D. Eskridge is out. Jalen Waddle has recovered from the injury report and will play. Grant Dubose will also play. Odell Beckham Jr. is released. Derek Carr will be out. Breece Hall is questionable. He looks like he might play, but I don't think he will. Tony Pollard is expected to play this week. Noah Brown is out. He is on IR mostly. Jamison Crowder activated from IR. We don't really know yet. Emari DeMarcado is out and on IR. James Conner and Trey Benson will get a lot of the touches. Dalton Kincaid is questionable. Josh Downs is questionable as well. Will Dissly is out. Ladd McConkey is questionable. He might be a game-time decision. George Pickens is out. Bucky Irving is looking like he's going to play. And Sterling Shepard is out. Kenneth Walker is doubtful, so he is out, most likely. So you're going to want to start Zach Charbonnet for this week with Kenneth Walker's absence. Let's go over some of the other injury reports for this week. Breece Hall is expected to play. Ladd McConkey is also expected to play. Same with Bucky Irving. Josh Downs is also is expected to play. And Njoku said he wants to play, but he needs to put together a pregame workout. So we'll see maybe around 9:30, 9:45 if David Njoku to suit up. Tony Pollard is looking like he will play. Derek Carr has been ruled out. Max Crosby has been ruled out. And he is done for the season. So the Raiders defense just got significantly worse, which is, bad to worse. Sterling Shepard is expected to play. Trayvon Diggs is out for the season. Adam Thielen might be a bit better, I guess, without Trayvon Diggs. But, Xavier Leggett might be better. We don't really know. Harrison Butker is off of IR, and Matthew Wright has been waived. And Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall is looking to play. Kenneth Walker is out. Is doubtful, but you're going to want to have Zach Charbonnet because Kenneth Walker has a decent chance of being out for this week. And there we go. So those are our injury. That's our injury report for this week. That is our injury report. It doesn't look like we have anything much better this week, so we're just look into it. If you have any questions about like start sits because playoffs time are coming, just ask me in the chat below. For like people who are just coming in, remember Breece Hall is looking to play. Kenneth Walker will be out. Kenneth Walker is going to be out for this week. Mostly he is doubtful, so let's just say most likely out. And then the injury report is looking like some out people. Yeah. All right, there we go. So that is our injury report. Now let's get into our week 15 rankings for Sunday specifically. So at running back, at 1 for week 15, I still have Saquon Barkley. At 2, I have Bijan Robinson. 3, I have Derrick Henry. At 4, I have Devon Achane. 5, I have Alvin Kamara. 6, I have Jahmyr Gibbs. 7, I have Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's a bit lower because Miami actually has a decent run defense. At 8, I have Josh Jacobs. At 9, I have Chase Brown. And at 10, I have Zach Charbonnet. Kyren Williams, remember, for those who don't know, Kyren Williams is not playing. Kyren Williams will normally be in that top 10 range, but he already played on Thursday. At 11, I have David Montgomery. At 12, I have Breece Hall. At 13, I got Chuba Hubbard. 14, James Conner. 15, James Cook. 16, Aaron Jones. 17, Jonathan Taylor. 18, Bucky Irving. 19, Brian Robinson. And 20, Isaiah Pacheco. Now moving on to wide receivers. At 1, Jamar Chase. 2, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 3, Puka Nacua, remember, is not on this list. 3, Justin Jefferson. 4, Nico Collins. 5, CeeDee Lamb. 6, Tyreek Hill. 7. Wait, did I add Justin Jefferson? Wait, sorry. 1, Jamar Chase, obviously. 2, Justin Jefferson. 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 4, CeeDee Lamb. 5, Tyreek Hill. 6, Nico Collins. 7, Drake London. 8, Mike Evans. 9, AJ Brown. And 10 is Terry McLaurin for this week. Remember, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are out. Have already played on Thursday. Puka Nacua did have Cooper Kupp did have the goose egg this week with 0 points, which really screwed over a lot of people, including me. In one of my leagues, I got screwed over by Juwan Jennings and Cooper Kupp. And then moving up from the top 10, at 11, we have Garrett Wilson. 12, Courtland Sutton. 13, Jackson Smith-Njigba. 14, T. Higgins. 15, Ladd McConkey. 16, Devontae Adams. 17, Zay Flowers. 18, Malik Neighbors. 19, DJ Moore. And 20 is DK Metcalf. DK, he's just been so, bad. Ladd McConkey is way better than DK. I think JSN is the number 1 receiver on the team with the deep threat, so really it's not even a question. Going into tight ends are basically, worthless outside of the top 3, 4. Brock Bowers, obviously, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Jonnu Smith. Sorry, George Kittle already played, but Jonnu Smith, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, Cade Otton, Sam Laporta. Top 10 is kind of usual for this one. And then after that, we have Tucker Kraft, Will Disley, Dalton Kincaid, Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, Taysom Hill's out, and everyone else is just Taysom Hill, Tommy Tremble, Hunter Henry, Pat Mahomes. No one really cares about them. Except Kyle Pitts at 21. Just don't play Kyle Pitts. He gets some targets. And then going into quarterbacks, you have the amount rushers is always going to be the same just because of their pure rushing upside with Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Jaden Daniels. After that, we have Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, and Tua. After Tua, we have Justin Herbert, Jameis Winston, Russ, Baker, Mahomes, AOC, Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford, and CJ Stroud at 20. The games are going to be starting in around 70 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. So probably have to keep an eye out for those games that will eventually start. Damn. Yeah. So we have a pretty I guess we're going to be looking into. Let's go over some matchups. I guess if you guys see on the website, our games for the early slate are going to be Commanders Saints. That is going to be a game where the Commanders are going to clap the Saints. Commanders defense is going to be a good pick unless you have like a conflict of interest with like Kamara or something. But only Kamara actually, or MVS or Juwan Johnson. Only 3 players you could ever want to consider starting, and really, it's only going to be Kamara we're actually going to start most of the time. Chiefs Browns. This is another one where I feel like the Browns are going to lose by like 2 or 3 points off an awesome Devil Magic thing from the Chiefs. I don't even care at this point. Chiefs, DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think he's played over 60% of the snaps, and that's because of a contingency in the Chiefs deal with the Titans, where if Hopkins does play 60%, instead of giving a 5th rounder, they give up a 4th rounder. I don't think D-Hop's. I think he's still like a wide receiver 3 option if you're going to want to start him. We don't really know about that yet. Bengals tight ends. This is Jamar Chase against probably one of the better pass defenses in the league. I don't really think it matters though. I think the Bengals are going to win this by a good bit. Dolphins, Texans. Dolphins receivers have a really good matchup this week with Tyreek and Waddle. Texans have a okay matchup with Nico Collins and Joe Mixon. And Dolphins have HN, obviously. This game, I don't really know how it's going to slate out, but it could be a pretty high-scoring game in my opinion. Ravens, Giants. Ravens going to be up by way too much. We don't need to talk about that game. Jets, Jaguars. Bad. Yeah, I don't care about it. Cowboys, Panthers, another one where it's just bad on bad. Chuba Hubbard's going to be a great pick for this week, though. Buccaneers, Chargers. I actually think the Chargers are going to win this game. Vlad McConkey, if Vlad plays, he will be a definite must-start receiver against a bad Buccaneers secondary. Colts, Broncos, Bo Nix is going to have a field day. Patriots, Cardinals. The only real must-start players out of this matchup are going to be Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey McBride, and potentially Marvin Harrison Jr. if you want to think about a decent matchup for him. Bills, Lions. You're going to want to start, I feel like, every player you can in this matchup. Khalil Shakir, if Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman don't play, Khalil Shakir is an absolute must-start receiver. Same going for Amari Cooper. And Josh Allen, obviously. James Cook, obviously. And if for the Lions side, you're going to want to say Amon-Ra, D. Montgomery. Jared Goff is a streaming quarterback in probably a big game environment. I think Jared Goff is going to be a decent start for this week. Amon-Ra, Laporta, again, he's pretty low in my rankings, but this is, again, going to be a high-scoring game. Jameson Williams might be a bit of a spot start for this week. Need a good little flex, wide receiver to be a flex option, because he is getting a bit of an increased target share. No one else really want to start. Steelers, Eagles might be a defensive game, but obviously you're still going to start Saquon, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. Don't overthink it. No one really on the Steelers side with George Pickens being out. Russ is basically worthless without George Pickens, and I don't know if you want to play Najee Harris against the Eagles defense. Packers, Seahawks, again, Jordan Love, probably a decent streaming option. Josh Jacobs must start running back. That's about it. Tucker Kraft maybe as like a streaming tight end. Jaden Reed is really inconsistent with his target share, so we don't really know how that's gonna pan out. So really, you're only gonna want to actually must start is Josh Jacobs, and then for the Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet is a must start. JSN is also a must start, and then DK Metcalf maybe is a wide receiver, high end wide receiver 3 option if you need it for this week. Bears, Vikings, really no one on the Bears outside of DJ Moore probably, and then for the Vikings you have Aaron Jones, J. Jeff. Jordan Addison could be a decent flex option, and TJ Hawkinson. Sam Darnold is also a decent streaming quarterback in high-volume games. And then Falcons, Raiders, Drake London, Bijan Robinson must start running back receiver. And then Raiders, you're only going to want to start Brock Bowers. Realistically, Sincere McCormick could be a decent pull off the waivers if you can get him, but not going to be someone you're going to be looking forward to starting really any week. So, yeah. How long have I been for 14 minutes? Okay. So, if anyone who hasn't joined yet has any questions, just ask them in the chat below. I'll try my best to answer you guys. If you have any questions, just type it below, and I'll try to answer. Well, I'm waiting 1 second. I'm just looking at it. Okay, so if anyone is, I guess, looking to join, just see if you can join right now. If you want, so if any of you guys have any trade questions below, or like any waivers, start sits, anything really, if you need help for the playoffs, which will start in about an hour, any help, just go in the chat below, ask a question, and I will try my best to answer you because that's all I can do right now. If you guys have any questions, just make sure to ask in the chat below, and I'll try my best to help you. What's on anything else? We can go over the Thursday night game for you guys. Let's look at the Thursday night game for this week. This is a really bad game. If you have any player not named Puka Nacua or Kyron Williams, this is just a bad game for you. I have Kyron Williams in one of my leagues. He had an insane 29 carries, 108 yards rushing, 2 catches, 4 yards. Really, a really good game for Kyron Williams. It's just disappointing that he doesn't get the touchdown here. Still with 13 points, no touchdown. Decent floor for Kyron Williams. I think this is a pretty good week. No one's going to complain with this. Still not what you really want sometimes, but still a decent week. Matthew's now going to Puka Nacua. Puka got 797, 2 rushes for 11 yards. Got around 18 points for Puka Nacua. Puka, again, we said, is a must-start receiver. He's a decent wide receiver 1 option. He's still going to be like that. Cooper Kupp, he does fall down a little bit. We have seen a couple dud weeks now for Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, how many targets did he have this game? I actually want to see this. I actually want to know how many targets he got, because that will be actually pretty important for this week. Where is that stupid game? Let's look at this. Stats. For this specific game, doesn't look like we have anything. Let's see if we can find out a look for this. Kyron Williams is, I think, Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua are the only consistent guys on this team. All right, we got it now. Let's have a look at how Cooper Kupp had 3 targets this game. That is less than Kobe Parkinson and the same as Blake Corum. Puka Nacua has 8 targets and 7 catches. And in total, 10 opportunities for Puka Nacua, 9 touches. Cooper Kupp only has 3 total opportunities. Doesn't catch a single one. This is a real dud week for him. So Cooper Kupp is going to fall down a little bit because he has had a couple dud weeks without a touchdown. Cooper Kupp is really not the greatest option. Anyone else really? Kyron Williams is still a must-start low running back 1. Puka Nacua is still a wide receiver 1. Cooper Kupp maybe low and high and wide receiver 2, low and wide receiver 1 still. Not much really changed in this game. George Kittle, again, still on that Mount Rushmore of tight ends. Garendo, he had a good game, 57 yards rushing, and then 4 catches for 18 yards. So at least we can see he's getting some of the receiving usage. Garendo, I think, is still also a must-start running back 2, maybe high running back 2 for this season. Deebo Samuel, just dropping 7 targets, 3 catches, 16 yards. Gets you like 5 points. Deebo Samuel's like a bust. Just drop him. Jalen Jennings is now the wide receiver 1. I know Jennings only had 5 points, but he had 9 targets. If he, didn't catch only 2 targets out of his 9, maybe he could have done something with it. Jalen Jennings is still a must-start receiver. He is in that Brandon Ayuk role from last year, I think. So really, the only one you're gonna the only 3 you're gonna want to start are gonna be Garendo, Kittle, Jennings, and Purdy is a streamer. Purdy had a horrible game this week, like 3 fantasy points or something, like nothing. And same with Stafford. Stafford also didn't have a great game. You did see some of the rushing usage for Matthew Stafford, but that's not going to continue. I think we both know that's not going to continue that much. So yeah, still a streaming option. Maybe decent and good matchups like last week against the Bills, but really Matthew Stafford isn't that great. So that's and field goals, Josh McCarty, Jake Moody, whatever. No one cares about that. Okay. So we're officially 1 hour away from kickoff. For nothing really important, I would say for this week, nothing that important else to cover really. I don't think it's just gonna be that I'm gonna need to watch on. Just gonna have a look out for Kenneth Walker. He is doubtful to play, so most likely not gonna play. Bucky Irving, Ladd McConkey, they're going to be trying to play. We're going to have to look at that just to be sure. Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman are questionable to play. I think Dalton Kincaid might suit up for this week. We don't know about Keon yet. I should have a look. Keon Coleman is still questionable, it looks like. Oh, Keon Coleman is not on the injury report. I think Keon Coleman will play. Is he gonna be like immediately like a wide receiver one? No. Is he gonna even be ahead of Amari Cooper? No, not even close here. So he's still like maybe like a wide receiver 4 or 5 option in that range. So yeah, if anyone actually plays in a wide receiver in 4 wide receiver leagues, which is probably possible somewhere. Yeah. So that's really gonna be all for fantasy for this week. If anyone has any questions, just like ask in the chat below. I'll try my best to help you with the knowledge that we have of injuries and stuff. Nothing else really we know for now. So yeah. I'm gonna wait for like a couple minutes. If anyone wants to just join, ask any questions about fantasy football for this week, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to help you. Let's say there's a waiver question I'm getting. Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, or Jared Goff full PPR. I think I like Kyler Murray first. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has had like insane rushing upside because he can get those 50-yard explosive touchdowns that not many quarterbacks really can. I think I have Kyler Murray one spot ahead of Bo Nix for this week. It's hard. You can choose really either one you want. Now let's get another one. Let's look at another one for this week. Flex Bucky or Thielen. Bucky for sure. I like Brees. Brees has been ruled in. Flex Bucky or Mooney. I like Bucky for sure. Pollard or Ridley at flex. I think I'll go Tony Pollard. Brees or Pollard. I do like Brees Hall for sure. Full PPR pick 3. McLaurin Hill Neighbors. Brian Thomas Jr. For sure, you just go McLaurin Hill Neighbors. Brian Thomas Jr. is like a step below those 3. Commanders or Chiefs defense. I do like the Chiefs defense for this week. Commanders, actually, maybe Commanders defense. Rashad White or Bucky Irving. If Bucky Irving plays, I think Bucky Irving was looking as the number 1 running back on that team. I will go Bucky if Bucky plays. Play Brees, Evans, Tyreek, or Ladd. I'm playing Evans, Tyreek for sure. Ladd and Brees is tricky because Brees has those really up and down weeks, but Ladd is a game time decision. He's looking to play. We don't know if he's going to play yet. That's tricky. I will go Brees Hall normally, but if Ladd is like 100% going to play, I might actually think about going for Ladd. JSN, Judy, Sharps, Startful. I'm definitely going to go JSN and Sharps. Kenneth Walker is doubtful. Good chance. So yeah. Tony Pollard and DJ Moore. I'll go Tony Pollard. DJ Moore is playing the Vikings have a really good defense for some reason. Speed one, Pollard, Kamara, AJ Brown. Kamara for sure. AJ Brown has not been great. Pollard has also not been great. Kamara, he has actually a decent matchup for this week and be really the only player in his offense to do anything. Kamara, I think for sure. John or Hawkinson. I like Johnny Smith for this week. Smith is playing the worst passing offense, passing defense in general than Hawkinson. Ridley or DK. Uh, Michael Ridley, to be honest. DK is small enough. PPR, Waddle, or DK. I actually might go Waddle for this week. I know DK has the Packers, which is actually a decent matchup, but man, DK's been so bad. Chat pick two. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, and Neighbors. I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson and Neighbors, I think. Giants have playing the Ravens, which is a really good matchup. Garrett Wilson, I think, is the number one receiver on that team. Devontae Adams, he's really inconsistent with a touchdown, really touchdown dependent. Charbonnet or Connor. I have Charbonnet 2 spots ahead of Connor on my rankings, so I will go Charbonnet for sure. Yeah, Sharp is like a running back one, low end, mid end running back one for this week. If Kenneth Walker was ruled out for the season, Charbonnet would immediately be like a running back one. He'd be in that Kamara range, Kyron range. He'd be incredible. Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison. I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers. Playing the Giants. Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors for sure. Charbonnet's your RB1. Not sure if Dowdle, Taylor, Pacheco for RB2. I will go with Jonathan Taylor still. Jonathan Taylor is probably a bit better than Pacheco and Dowdle. Ramondre or MHJ. I will go Marvin Harrison Jr. Ramondre's not great. Brees Hall is a Christmas miracle for everyone playing against him. Yeah, real. Is Brees Hall gonna play this week? I actually don't know. We'll check it. Let's see. Brees Hall is expected to play against. He's active this week, so Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis immediately fall down. Again, Brees Hall's not been great, so you can't say he's like the number one first round pick that you drafted him as. McConkey over Brees Hall at flex. Honestly, maybe, yeah. I would actually consider that. Tyrone Tracy, Rashad White, or Jordan Addison. I will go Tracy, I think, even though Ravens have a decent on defense, actually. Tracy is really him, Malik Neighbors. That's about it. That's their offense. Rashad White, if Bucket plays, he's going to be, again, not that great. Jordan Addison is a decent option if you're looking at Sam Darnold getting a high passing volume. So you actually might start him over Tracy for this week. Hurts or Daniels? I think I like Jaden Daniels more for this week. Ridley or DK? Ridley. Okay, there's no other questions. I'm going to end the stream now. Okay, bye.